What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Tee It Up. I'm your host, Pierre, Pee Wee the Plug, and Dreesen. Today is a very special episode. I love the off season for many different reasons. We get to kick back, we get to throw out wild takes, and we also get to have our friends and family on the show. Last week, we had an incredible episode with my guy Combo, and that shook a lot of nerves into the basketball atmosphere in the Tee It Up community. And also the numbers on the board community. A lot of people was taken aback by some of the opinions and takes that Combo had. But like I told a lot of people in those comments, family is family, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. And I love having family on here because I can challenge some of those opinions. Today, though, we have more family, more friends. I am joined by 1/4 of the Numbers on the Board podcast, DMeals on YouTube with the illustrious food reviews, and a wrestler podcast host. Shout out to my guy DMeals. Welcome to the show. Darrick Miller, how you feeling? First and last name, Darrick Miller. Also a father, by the way.
Yes.
Future husband.
I'm a man of many hats, I guess. I was very honored to receive an invite to be on Teed Up. It's always a privilege to be able to sit down and chop it up with you, whether we in person or on camera. So I'm very excited for this.
I think what I love about this, I felt like this was something that could have happened super soon, but Christian threw it out in the air. I didn't know if we wanted to go a full season without me bringing anybody from the pod on. I didn't know if that was too close to home, but as soon as he threw it out there, I was like, I'm with it. Like, I'm with it. I'm always excited to do stuff like this with you because I feel like me and you can go into so many different pockets. There's going to be some humor. We can talk basketball. We can reminisce when we were younger. We can talk about Love is Blind, food, all type of stuff. The first thing I want to talk to you about, though, we just woke up and saw that Gilbert Arenas was, thrown into something with gambling, and he's been arrested with 5 other people. What were the reactions to you seeing this? And the reason I'm asking you this is because we also saw the Marcus Morris thing.
Yeah.
And you were very, vocal in our group chat about, all of these different NBA players with all of this money being caught up in these things that, can essentially take away your freedom and not allow you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, so to speak. What was your first reaction to seeing that news today?
When I saw it, I was just like, man. So, I just don't understand how people could be in a position to have everything that they need. I think Gilbert Arenas has a thriving podcast. He made over $100 million throughout his NBA career. I just didn't understand how do people get in these situations and they mess it all up by just they get a little too greedy. They want a little bit more money. And I just feel like at some point you just got to stay humble and just stack your chips the legal way. I feel like a lot of people be trying to do things a dirty way. And when you start doing that and you get caught up, there's nothing I can really do to defend you. I'm not even no, you didn't do anything morally wrong, but you did something illegal. I feel like there's a difference. And I just feel like they could, there's better ways to invest your money instead of doing illegal things.
Do you feel like some of these situations that is happening, because when I think about what the situation Gilbert is in, we saw the Marcus Morris thing that was in Vegas, I believe. Yeah. A lot of these things are kind of tied into gambling. Even I think Malik Beasley is under investigation or something like that right now. And we saw it kind of interrupted this potential contract that he was going to get with the Pistons. And me and you love Malik Beasley with the Pistons. Him and Dennis Schroeder, we like them a lot. And now he's not on the team. We saw the Pistons kind of go out and make moves that kind of signal that they're going to move on from him. When you bring in Duncan Robinson, Karis LeVert, it's only so many spots in that backcourt that allow minutes because Jaden Ivey is back, and you also have Cade Cunningham. And then also the other one was Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier's been under investigation. We already know the Jonte Porter situation. There's also been other things going on with college athletes and betting and gambling. I saw a couple years ago we had the NFL. I think Calvin Ridley was the wide receiver, was caught up in some things. Do you think it's no coincidence that all of this is happening since we've kind of thrown gambling and all of these ads and promotion into the sports world? And if so, do you think the money and the resources the leagues have gotten from using gambling as a sponsor and a way to create another avenue for money. Do you think it's worth it? Is basically what I'm saying.
I mean, I never think it's worth it when you're talking about you gambling away the ability to make a lot more money. Like Malik Beasley got caught up in a situation where he owed a lot of people money. It came out that he was owing his dentist, he was owing a lot of people money. Like he really got in debt. And a lot of this came out immediately when he was supposed to get that big contract year. And I just think that that's so unfortunate. I think that he got caught up in a bunch of stuff and it bit him in the ass at the wrong time. Like it just all caught up to him right when he had his breakout year, being the best 3-point shooter in the league. He about to get paid. That boy, he could have paid off all that debt and been good.
Yeah.
But now he's gonna have to sit down and just deal with it. And we don't know what his future gonna be because he not only is he in debt, he's also getting investigated for the gambling stuff. And Marcus Morris getting investigated for writing a bad check because he owed I don't even know how you get in debt with a casino. That I feel like that's one thing I don't want to play with. Last thing I want to do is owe Vegas money.
You're right.
Vegas can make me disappear. Nobody nobody know why. Like they'll just like Darrick was riding around in his car and all of a sudden his GPS just stopped working. He gone. We don't know what happened. And they could pay people off to where they don't even talk about it no more. Like I just feel like owing people money is just something I never want to do. IRS and Vegas are two people you don't want to play with, man. They too powerful.
One of the things that like, and I'm not gonna stay on this gambling and these guys because I don't wish jail on nobody, and obviously it's a lot of details and stuff that we don't know. It's their side to the story. It's whoever is going against them side of the story, and then there's the truth. And then when you talk about jail, you talk about court, you talk about all of that. That's down the line. We'll find out the true ruling and different things like that. Because somebody is arrested doesn't mean that it was true. Doesn't mean that they're guilty. Doesn't mean that what they did happened. We've seen people beat cases and be proven to be innocent. So we'll let that play out. I want to know, or I guess the thing that kind of puts things into perspective for me when we see certain situations, when we see what Malik Beasley was going through, when you said all of the people that he owed, when you see these multimillionaires get caught up in things that pertain to money, it makes me put things into perspective. Me and you kind of know because we deal and work in the NBA. But I think what the average person doesn't know, and this might sound crazy because the average person doesn't have that much money. So what the NBA players walk away with is still crazy money.
Yeah.
But I think you just see numbers get thrown around so much in these sports that you don't realize that it's not really what the player is making. So if we see a guy right now come out and make a sign a $50 million contract, all you see is $50 million. That's the only thing you see. And I think a lot of people perceive it as $50 million is just thrown right into your account at once. And then you just got $50 million. But in reality, there's the taxes. Depending on what state they play in and getting paid for it, there's the state taxes. They have a jock tax because they're an athlete or whatever. You have to pay agents. You have to pay managers. You know what I mean? You have to pay assistants and a team and keep an entourage well fed. Because an NBA player, a lot of these celebrities are high maintenance people who make a lot of money. There's so many moving parts to their lives. So if I'm in the NBA and Darrick is a part of my friend group, I got 41 games I have to play on the road. So I may need Darrick to hold down my crib while I'm on the road in all of these different states for 4 to 5 months out of the year. You know what I mean? To make sure my light bill get paid and all of these. There's no NBA player that's just running everything for himself while managing a career. And so you got so many different things. And then what happens is also you develop a lifestyle. But when I see some of these situations, it makes me feel like players may not have this luxurious. I don't want to say they don't because they do. But I just think it's easy to be like, man, that's so dumb. But in reality, I don't think that should be as much as we be thinking it is when we see those numbers and what they're signing for, especially when you talk about a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And at some point, I think the league and a lot of these leagues have done a better job at communicating and having all of these player meetings and conferences, especially when guys first get into the NBA, to educate them about their money and finances and all of these different things. But at the same time, the more time goes on, we just kind of see the same mistakes happening over and over and over. Whether it's IG models trapping guys, whether it is guys being in debt. When I think about a multi-millionaire, it's like, how are you in debt to? What do you say you owe it as Dennis?
Yeah.
It's like
Dennis was one of the names. It was a bunch of names on there.
it's like, how does that happen?
Yeah,
When
I
you're a
think financial
multi-millionaire.
literacy is one of the biggest things that I think a lot of them have to learn. And especially when you talk about some of these dudes, they come from nothing. So when they do get those big
Yeah.
checks, a lot of times for them, it's very easy to start just splurging and not really think about what's next and like, how do I continue to keep this money coming in, or how do I double this money coming in?
Mm-hmm.
But I think one thing that a lot of, like we saw with Darrick Rose post career, he's trying to become a businessman. Like he wants to own businesses. He's on a flower shop. He's looking to own a couple more businesses here in Chicago. So I think you got to find a way to invest and capitalize on what you're bringing in, and not look at just like your NBA contract. Because a lot of these dudes that they're not going to get sneaker deals. They're not going to get all the brand deals and all that. You got to find a way to maximize your income. Pat Connaughton owns a lot. I did not know this, but Pat Connaughton owns a lot of property in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he owns a lot of apartment buildings, and I did not know that until recently. And I'm like, that is smart, because Pat Connaughton is not going to get a bunch of brand deals. He's not going to get a sneaker deal. So what did he do? He went out and he invested in apartment buildings, which is something that's going to make money forever. Apartment buildings are going to make money forever. Like, people are going to always need somewhere to live. So I think those are the type of avenues that you got to take if you aren't one of those guys that's going to be getting a bunch of brand deals.
Yeah, I just see Maddie just said, Reggie Bullock's Island. I forgot all about that. That was another guy who, wasn't getting max contracts or shoe deals and different things like that. Real quick, because we're talking about finances, and because we can talk about anything, because this is my show, I do whatever I want to do. I was asked in a stream a week ago by one of my little homies, Bryce. He's been watching us for years.
I like Bryce. Yeah, I know you talking about.
Yeah, he's asked me, how much money do I think it takes to live on your own?
To live on your own? With the way
it put me in a tough situation, because we all live differently and we all live in different places. But I'm very curious to hear your thoughts.
Comfortably? That's tough, because yeah, it really does depend on where you want to live at.
Let's say Bryce is 23.
Yeah.
I think Bryce lives in Florida, which me and you don't know what it costs to live in Florida. But let's just say, let's say,
because if he wanted to live in Miami, he gonna be living in something bogus as hell.
Right.
So like, he would have to get somewhere a little decent, where I think comfortably you could probably live on your own at around 75 to 80K comfortably, if you still want to manage. If you still want to be able to have a car, go on vacation maybe once a year or so, stack up some bread. I think that right there could probably give you a nice little security right there. But some people do it on like 60K, but they probably cut out some of the stuff. They probably don't have a decent car. They don't go on vacation. So like, they kind of they work, they come home, chill, relax. And to them, some people, that is all they need. That is all they need. So it depends on like kind of what you want to do as an individual.
That's what I told him. That was pretty much the same answer as me. It's like, no matter where you live, because we all live in so many different places.
Mm-hmm.
Some places just have a higher cost of living versus others.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it's like, what type of life do you want to live? Like, how important is living on your own right now for you?
Yeah.
Unless you don't have a choice. When you don't have a choice, you got to do what you got to do. But if you have a choice, how important is it to you, and what type of lifestyle do you want to have? Yeah. Are you a person who wants to be out on their own so bad that you cut out literally like a lot of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, you would want 75, 80. A lot of people not making that, especially if you're younger.
Yeah.
So when you're younger, you talking about what, like
50 to 60? Yeah.
Now we talking about you paying your rent.
Mm-hmm.
You may have a little car note, because you know, on a little car it may not be nothing crazy.
And you also, it's not just rent. Do you want internet? Do you want
Right.
gas? Do you want your lights on? Maybe you got to pay for garbage. Like we got to pay for garbage now. I moved into a townhouse and we got to pay for garbage. So it's like certain different expenses that kind of go into that. You also need a security blanket if something go wrong with your car.
Boom.
Like that's because
That was the main thing I brought up. I'm like, because
car
if you
problems can sneak up on you. You think you
it sneak on
decent.
you. It sneak
Yeah.
up on you.
You think you decent. You like, oh man, I got a little extra bread in my pocket. Then all of a sudden, you got to spend a band to get your car fixed.
Hit you in your. It's like being tackled from your blind spot. You running and not even knowing that this dude is coming full speed. Everything going good. You paying your bills on time. You was able to, you kind of planning because you was able to save a little bit. So now you like, oh, I may be able to do this, that, and the third, and then boom, before you know it, you got something wrong with your car. It's an $850 bill, and you only really have $490 saved.
Yep.
So now that what you had saved is gone, and now the stuff that ain't even there yet, you got to count because you got to get your car. That was the main thing that I brought up to him, because I'm like, if you live check to check, which a lot of people in our society have to do, you're gonna cut out a lot of the shit that you want to do and sacrifice, which I think the earlier humans figure out how to perfect sacrificing, I think the better trajectory your life goes on. So I think I kind of realized how to sacrifice when we first started the pod, which was my early 20s. If I had figured out how to sacrifice at the degree I needed to at 16, there's no telling where I would have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By the
I
time
say that all the time. I say that all the time. I wish I had better money managing skills when I worked at Portillo's and was doing a podcast. I felt like I was fumbling an opportunity to really save when I didn't have to pay rent. I was just kind of spurging, going on dates, and I was just spending my money.
Yeah.
And I kind of wasn't. I could have really set myself. I'm doing good. I don't want nobody to think
For sure.
But like I could have really stacked up like crazy if I would have sacrificed and just like been like, bet, let me just save all of this money and just only live off this money. Like I could have like it could have really just been like that.
That's good game though. Like that's why I think the conversation is incredible to have, because like you said, you're doing good right now, but we talking from our 20, 21, 22-year experience, because there's somebody right now that's going to be watching that's 19, and it's like, it's different when you're getting advice from your parents, from your teachers at school, because it feels like they 50, 60 years old and they don't know anything. No, we're telling you as people that are just maybe 5, 6, 7 years older, you get that shit done right now.
Yeah.
And you'll be good. That was the thing that my mom told me when we first was getting paid from the podcast. She was like, you don't have no bills or nothing. If you do everything the right way, it may not be what you want to do right now, but chill. Because I remember you had got a car. I think Mike had got a new car, and it made me. I was like, yo, okay, yeah, I got to get me. And then my mom was like, you can, but if you don't really need one right now, and you do everything the right way, not only will you be able to stack, but you'll go and get the car that you really want.
Yeah, and I was being young and naive. I wasn't even listening to my mom. I used to.
Oh, you wasn't?
She used to try to tell me, you need to make sure you're saving up your money. You ain't got you're gonna, because I'm not gonna always be here. Like that would be kind of the stuff that she would say. That's just like the harsh reality of it.
Yeah.
And like she would tell me, like, you should capitalize on this opportunity. Like you should be saving your money. I see you going out all the time. You should cut back on that. And I was like, man, stop. I wouldn't tell her that, but in my heart, I'd be like, man, you tripping.
Right.
I got another check coming on Thursday. I'm good. Like, because I was getting paid every week from both jobs. So it was like I constantly had money coming in. And like I was just being stupid and young and just not even. But at the end of the day, you learn from your lessons.
That's all you do. You learn from your lessons, and you try to pass it down to whoever's willing to listen, even if it's one person. And trust me, like I listened to my mom, but I had my moments too where I went and did what I needed to do, because I mean, you're not going to listen to we all got our own life to live, but I was glad I did listen, because I remember her being like, man, make this your goal to have this in your bank. And then saving money is like it's a cheat code, because I remember trying to save to where I could have 5,000 in my account.
Yeah.
And then once I got to 5,000, I felt uncomfortable when it would dip below.
Yeah.
which then put me at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember getting at 10 and being like, man, what if my account had 20? And then I remember getting 20.
Yeah.
And then what it did was psychologically, once you hit a number, you feel uncomfortable when it go under.
Yeah.
So you playing a mind game where it only goes up because you're never gonna. So then I remember seeing 50, and I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember one time I got a crazy. This has nothing to do with the podcast. I had a crazy situation that happened where I got a deal. I was a part of a deal, and it gave me a big lump sum, and I seen 100, and I said, "What the fuck?" And I damn near started crying because I was like, what the fuck? And then I remember over the past year, I seen a crazy number, right? And this is the real game right here. I seen a crazy number, and that shit disappeared at 15 minutes, Darrick.
From the IRS.
Had to pay my taxes. I put all my shit in one thing because I knew I had to pay my taxes.
Yeah.
So I put it all in one because I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to see it in my account. It's different when you see it. So I just put it all together. And I because I told them what account to take it from. So I was like, take it from here, and I put it all in there, and it said the number. And then I like closed my app, came back the next day. That shit was phew.
Hey, it be like that when I pay mine.
They eat a lot.
Hey,
they eat a lot.
Out so fast.
They eat a lot. They eat a lot, man.
They take that shit immediately.
They eat a lot, bro. They eat a lot.
Do.
I'll never forget when we first started getting paid, like those first years of HOH. I remember when we would do our deals and you would sign for whatever you signed for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember signing for, I don't know, let's just say 5,000. You have 5,000. Not signing for 5,000, but that's what you can make every time you get paid.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I got paid, because in my mind I signed for 5,000.
Yeah.
To get paid every single check. One of them, the first week, I'm expecting that 5,000, and that motherfucker was nowhere near 5. Yeah, and I remember hitting up the people at HOH who was responsible for like running our shit and being like, they ain't put the 5,000 there. They put this or what they put whatever, 3,900. And they like, oh yeah, they took out the tax. And I was like, what the fuck you mean they took out the tax? We were so young and so like it was just so different. I was like, no, what do you mean? It's like, no, that my mom had to explain to me, what you signed for is before the tax.
Before the taxes, yeah.
Staying on this type of conversation to just life and personal things. What's the earliest memory you have of me, Mike, and KB?
KB.
We'll start with Mike because I think you knew Mike first.
Mike, it was probably I think Mike was skateboarding with Jacob, and I was friends with Jacob.
What grade y'all in at this time?
We probably in 5th grade.
Okay.
We were in about 5th grade. And I think somehow or another because Jacob was 1 year above us. So he was in 6th grade, so we was in the different hallways. I think we ended up meeting outside by Jacob's house though, which was across the street from my house.
Mm-hmm.
And, or maybe we met at like a skate park, but it was through skateboarding, through Jacob. That's how we kind of officially met. And I think I introduced Mike to basketball.
What?
I'm pretty sure I don't think Mike wasn't hooping until like I started hooping.
How did this story never make? Did we ever talk about this on a podcast?
No, but like Mike naturally wasn't a hooper. He used to think hooping was lame. And so like I then wanted to make the basketball team, and like we was friends. So like he would then come to the court with me sometimes. He would sometimes even come to the court with his skateboard. And like we would then start shooting around. We would play one-on-ones and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, I pretty much introduced him to basketball. He didn't I didn't like it either. Like the main reason I really started liking it, if we being completely honest, if we being like so blunt, It was because it seemed like the girls liked all the hoopers.
Oh, okay.
The girls seemed like they was attracted to the hoopers, and all the hoopers they seemed to had all the girls, and I was kind of like,
This is true.
and I was like, they not fucking with the skaters. Like, what's the
Right.
like the skaters? They not gravitating. They wanted the hoopers, and like I was like, bet, let me get in my bag. It didn't materialize to anything, obviously, but I made the team. Obviously.
Right. Yeah.
Talking about girls, though, that didn't help.
Skateboarding is a very interesting thing because I think skateboarding and BMX is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that shit is raw. But when I was a kid, I did think that shit was lame. I don't know why. Maybe it was the era we grew up in, but I
Yeah.
remember getting older and older, and I would go on YouTube and just watch like people do skateboarding and BMX shit, and I used to be like, I wish I could do that. But like, I remember being a kid and being like, especially if you black, like if we just
Yeah.
be honest, like y'all was in a Plex skateboarding, I probably was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You know what I mean? Until like Terry Kennedy bust on the scene, and it was like, oh shit, we got it. Like it's like a black skater,
Elijah Houston,
young skater. Then they gave like Ryan Sheckler his own show.
Okay, yeah.
But Tony Hawk was like, that's like Wayne Gretzky, that's like LeBron. You're not even everybody. He made that shit look cool, but like as far as actually trying to go outside and do that shit, I always was like, that's lame. But then I remember I got older.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that shit is actually raw, that they can do all of that shit. Especially people who ain't wearing like there's people who don't wear no gear, no helmet or nothing. Kids
that's street skating.
Yeah, wear y'all helmets. I'm just saying, but when you master it and you out there just going crazy, that shit was dope. What was your first impression of Mike though? Like when you met him, did y'all instantly click? Was y'all instantly homies? Was it like y'all fighting over Jacob?
No, I think we instantly clicked, and then we would hang out without Jacob. Like I think we kind of separated ourselves from Jacob, if we being honest.
That's
as we
about
hooping, skating. We would play with tech decks.
What is the tech? That's the finger thing.
Yeah, the fingerboards. Yeah.
Those is dope.
Call of Duty, 2K. We would play 2K. I remember one time Mike was he's still a cheeser when it comes to 2K.
He is.
I still remember going to his house and we was playing 2K, and he was playing with he was playing with the Celtics, and he learned Ray Allen's jump shot, and I didn't have 2K at my place.
So you didn't know anybody's jump shot?
Yeah, and he was just going crazy with Ray Allen. He dropped like 100 points for Ray Allen. It was like crazy because like back then all you had to do was know the jump shot.
That's it.
And he knew the jump shot. And he knew it like it was nothing. It was nothing you could do to guard it or nothing. Ray Allen was just cash.
Did you and Mike ever have any fights at that young age?
It was one time in middle school we did. Like I think we slapped each other and we got suspended for a day. It was just because like he said he had a yo mama out. It was like yo mama. It was off of yo mama jokes, and like it didn't materialize into anything.
Did you remember the joke?
No, I don't. I just remember we was talking about each other mamas, and we just slapped each other.
But y'all slapped each other as friends, and the school thought y'all did it as a fight, or was y'all really heated at each other?
I think we was really heated in that moment.
And then,
but then it was all good when we saw each other. It didn't go anywhere.
This is Burr Ridge?
No beef. Yeah, this is Burr Ridge. We were sitting at the circle lunch tables.
Okay.
Yeah.
And y'all talking about each other mama. Your mama this, your mama that. Who slapped who first?
I don't remember. I just remember us getting suspended over slapping, and that was it. It's such a crazy memory, but yeah, that was probably the only time we ever like got into it. Other than that, it's never been nothing else.
So then you and Mike, y'all friends, y'all going to Burr Ridge Middle School, and then at some point there's an impression of me. I come in there. I think KB comes last for y'all. So what's the first impression or the first memory you have of me or you interacting, or maybe even if because I was older, so you may have just seen me getting off the bus or something.
My first real interaction with you, it was we actually in high school.
I have no idea what he's about to say, ladies and gentlemen. Especially
y'all had a JV game and I was on No, I think you had a sophomore B game. I was on freshman, and I think we were waiting for y'all to get done with y'all game because we played after y'all. We had just played it, y'all. It was something, but you were sitting on the bench, and
Because I would not be participating in the sophomore B game.
you was dressed. You was dressed.
So
You were there.
It couldn't have been a sophomore B game then.
Then maybe it was JV.
Okay.
And then
I don't even know if we had sophomore B. I don't know if that was a thing when I was a sophomore.
Then you was probably on JV then.
Okay.
But I just remember there was a song by 2 Chainz where he said, "All I do was turn up. All I do was turn up." And I was singing that, and you was sitting on the bench, and you said, "Your ass need to learn a treadmill." You turned around and said,
that. I don't know what that was there because I wasn't locked in. I'm talking shit on the bench.
And you just turned around and said, "All your ass need to learn is a treadmill."
So where was you at? How could I say that to you in the middle of a game? Because this is a field house.
I was sitting in the bleachers where like the parents and shit would sit.
But ain't that like? It's like right here, and then the
no, you was sitting. Like I'm sitting on the bleachers, you were sitting right in front of me, and y'all bench was right there. For some reason, there was bleachers right behind y'all bench. Maybe they had it set up differently, but like,
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Sometimes they did have bleachers behind the bench to the left or to the right, and yeah. Then they had some out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. So that's what then. I'm 2 years older than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is either my sophomore year.
This your sophomore?
This is either my sophomore or freshman year, obviously, because then you graduated.
Yeah. No, this is your freshman year because your sophomore year I didn't play. I was on crutches. I hurt my ankle.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm a freshman.
This makes sense because we did play JV. We did have JV games in the morning in the field house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that would make sense on why you. Yeah, okay. So
because I can't remember a middle school interaction with you.
Yeah, I don't either. I remember you and Mike, but like us interacting, because again, when you're in 7th grade, a 5th grader for whatever reason is like a baby.
Yeah. Same with like a senior and a freshman.
Exactly. Yeah. Or even a junior and a freshman. Like
junior and a freshman, same. Yeah.
When I first seen y'all with KB. I knew y'all from Burr Ridge, but I didn't know y'all because again, in my mind, I'm a junior. I'm grown. I'm 30 years old in my mind, and y'all are 11. I don't know why it's like that in high school because I don't know. But I had remembered y'all because it's funny you told that story about Mike. I seen Mike. I don't remember you because I knew you more of as a basketball player than Mike because you used to come up there and play basketball with us because you were so tall. But I remember seeing Mike at the court with some black fat ass DC skate shoes.
Oh yeah,
I remember that vividly. Like that's my first impression of Mike. My first impression of Mike is this chubby dude who would be on his fucking skateboard and he would have a hoodie on, even in the summertime, and he would have these black fat ass DC shoes.
Yep. Or he had the Circus. He had Circus or DCs. He had one or the other.
I have no memory of ever seeing Mike in Burr Ridge Middle School, only around the complex on his skateboard with those fat ass DCs. You, on the other hand, I guess because you were so much bigger than Mike, you would come to the court and play basketball with us. So I remember that. All right. So you got the first impression of Mike, me, and then boom, somewhere in this, there's KB.
It was probably just basketball trials. I think that was when I officially saw KB and met him because me and KB never had class together. We never interacted in the hallways. I met KB through Mike, so that's kind of how we became friends. KB and Mike became friends first. I don't know how they became friends. I don't really remember. Maybe it's the same thing through basketball tryouts, and they also had an Xbox. I didn't have an Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I had a PlayStation.
Same.
So like I wasn't even able to play online with them. So it was, and then I remember going to hang out. They was like, "You should come hang out with us at Target," and I was like, "Who the fuck hang out at Target?" And like we went to Target and we just had fun. I don't even know how to explain it, but it was fun to just hang out at Target. We was just in there
No, yeah.
sitting in the patio furniture, just being young and dumb. And I was just like, my mind would have never told me to go hang out at
At
Target,
Target, yeah.
but they did it all the time. That was just like their thing, and they invited me. And this is probably like sophomore year, I think.
So your sophomore year is my senior
Or
year.
freshman year. It's freshman year or sophomore year. One
So
of the
this
other.
is 2012 or 2013.
Yeah.
It's so funny to see what life has taken everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody that we know, not just us that do the podcast. But my first memory of like us four is we're in that hallway where your locker was by,
Yeah.
where the
The English
driver's
hallway.
ed,
Yeah, driver's ed.
Miss Olson, and next to Miss Olson's class is the hall that can take you upstairs or downstairs.
Yep.
And so I believe I was like just talking to somebody at their locker, probably walking with a girl to their locker. And no, I think I was putting my stuff in this girl's locker, and I had came up there because that was the only reason I needed to be in that hallway. Or no, I may have had study hall right there. I don't think I was in Miss Olson's class yet.
Okay.
And I remember y'all three walked up from those stairs, and I remember be like, "How you know them?" To KB. And he's like, "Oh, these my homies." And I'm like, "Man, I know them. They went to my middle school or whatever." And I remember telling y'all like, "Man, it's my cousin or whatever." And then I just dapped up and just walked away. But like,
Yeah.
when I think about the podcast and how far it's come, that memory is like cemented in my fucking brain.
That was like you view that as like a
Like if
a foreshadowing thing.
I don't know. I don't know even. Yeah, kinda. But at the time, obviously, I'm just like, this is my cousin with his silly ass friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when KB moved to that area, all we would talk about, because KB used to come to the Plex. He would come to my house when we lived, before I lived in the townhouse with my mom. We lived in building 4. He would come spend a night at building 4, and then he would come when we moved to the townhouse, because he lived right by Target, and his dad would bring him over and we would hang out and everything. And we was just so excited that we would be going to the same school. Me and Kentrell been close since we was kids, but he lived with our all the way on kind of like towards the city, and I was in the suburbs. So I would only see him when I went to my dad's house and different things like that. But it was never, I never thought me and KB would go to the same school and be able to like just wake up on Tuesday and see your cousin.
Yeah.
That was like, I never lived a life like that. So we were so super excited. And yeah, when I seen him, I was just happy that we was gonna be in the same school. And so I just like, oh man, that's my cousin or whatever. And I was telling everybody, like, that's my little cousin, that's my little cousin. And when I seen him with y'all, that's just what it was. But like, if somebody was to ever make a movie about us for whatever reason, that would be something where, like, as an old man, I would be like, you gotta put this part in the movie.
That has to go in there. Yeah.
That has to go in there. Where they're walking up the stairs, and I see him, and like even KB and his wife. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know, but KB and his wife went to school with us too.
Yeah,
and I remember KB's locker used to be by mine, and I would see when they first started dating all of those years ago.
Yeah,
I would see them. In the day, all right, KB, and I wouldn't even acknowledge her, because that's like, high school is just, you do shit like that, just rude, not even like, you go up to somebody, talk to them, you don't even acknowledge the girlfriend or the other homies or other friends. You're just like, yo, I know him, and I'm only gonna talk to him. But like, and then now to see they just had the second daughter or whatever, it's just like crazy what life is. Even when we first started the podcast and to now, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of things in life they say is connected with an invisible line.
Well,
you just don't see it, because
I believe it,
because like even like relationships a lot of times are connected by an invisible line. You just don't see it, essentially, especially if you're dating locally.
Right? Yeah. How was high school for you from an athletic standpoint? Because we always talk shit and joke.
Yeah.
But give us the full breakdown of like your earliest high school basketball moments, because a lot of it we clown and joke about. But I wasn't there for a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Because
I just
obviously
talked to Christian about this yesterday. He was talking to me about high school basketball and how it was and everything. I was like, it could have been better. I felt like I didn't fully have that same motor that I could have had on a day-to-day basis. And I kind of got too complacent. I felt like I wasn't humble. Even I used to feel like I deserved this. I felt like, but like
entitled.
Yeah, I felt like I was kind of entitled. Like hearing the coaches hype you up and everything, you kind of get sort of entitled. Like as a freshman, they was telling me you could be playing varsity, like if you really applied yourself. And like I think naturally that made me lose that hunger, I guess, in a way. And I felt like in middle school, I had a different type of hunger, like that I really wanted to be a part of something special. And because I really was, we was like the number 1 or second ranked best team in the state. So like, and I was a starting center. So essentially I was a part of something special. And I felt like
you should walk people down that starting lineup.
Of our middle school lineup. So we had Martez at the 1,
who went to
De La Salle,
and then went to Morgan
and played with Ben Simmons.
He went to Mount Verde. Yep, went to Mount Verde and played with Ben Simmons on the championship Mount Verde team. This is old Ben Simmons too. This is like Ben Simmons, the number 1 player in the country.
Yes.
Then he went to play at Morgan State University, which is Division 1.
Yep.
Then it was
Mike Smith, who went to Fenwick. Then he went to play at Michigan State with
Columbia.
Oh yeah, he did go to Columbia first. Yep.
Was top 6 leading scorer in the nation.
Yes.
Transfer, went to Michigan
with Franz Wagner.
Missed the game-winning shot that would have sent
NCAA
them to the Final Four or Elite 8. I can't remember.
It was a big shot.
It was a big shot.
Yeah.
Now plays overseas.
Yes.
Yeah. And is really good friends with Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
But yeah, so boom, that's the backcourt.
And then we have Marcus or either CJ at the 3.
Okay.
Kind of interchange there. Then we got Joffrey Brown at the 4. Who played at St. Joe's, who also won state championship
at the very prestigious, legendary school, historic school.
Isaiah Thomas went there.
Evan Turner. Yeah. If you think about Hoop Dreams, that was
It's a very prestigious gym, man. It's something about being in that gym
with the like orangey light, tangerine light.
It feels vintage. Like that gym. I don't even know how to explain what that gym. That gym is just like iconic, and like I don't think you realize how iconic it is until you play in it. I've never had a gym experience like
that one.
That gym, I love playing in that gym.
It's such a shame they closed the school down. EJ was going to that school. That was the school he was going to. Wow, he ended up going to his school because that school closed down. Like he was
okay.
That's why I was in the gym. I've been in the gym because Javon and EJ worked out there, and EJ was starting to prepare for his freshman year there. And then out of nowhere, the school closes, and it was like a big curveball because it's like it's like imagine we're going to school, we graduate 8th grade, and we know we're going to Hinsdale South, and so you just preparing to go to Hinsdale South, and a month before or 2 months before you're about to start, registration, Hinsdale South closes. It's like, what the fuck? Like, wait, I was going there. What do you mean it's closed? I had teammates and a coach, and I visualized myself in the court, and I'm working out there, and it closed. And so, but it's very, very prestigious basketball, rich history there. And then the lineup ends with you as a center.
Yeah.
And
I think Reinhardt being our coach was a reason why I played so hard.
Okay.
He made me earn it by essentially cutting me the previous 3 years. My mom called him and said, why isn't my son making a team? And he said, your son can't make it up and down the court without getting gassed. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, bet. And then all of a sudden, I was one of the standouts at tryouts 8th grade year.
What was that season? Was that the most memorable season for you because y'all won, or was that not the most memorable? Because y'all was kind of stacked.
We were. We only lost 2 2 or 3 games that year.
Did y'all win the whole thing, or did y'all just go down there?
We didn't go to state. He didn't let us go to state that
Oh,
year.
right. They didn't start going to state till
So
Coach
after we
L.
left.
Yeah, Coach
But
Acosta.
we did play in a lot of city tournaments. Like we was in the city tournaments a lot. So like that was a big chunk of our season. We only lost in conference once to Old Quarry.
That was it at their court?
Yeah.
That big ass court, yeah.
I think that was like one of the I don't even remember how we lost that game, but I just know we ended up losing. And then we lost to Berwyn twice in a tournament. And they had this dude named Nick Coleman, tall white point guard. I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but I know he was ranked in the state, and a lot of people, and he was really good.
He fucked y'all up.
Yeah, I didn't think young me had an appreciation to his game, but he was just like slow and steady. He kind of just did things the right way, and he.
Oh, so he was white.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was very efficient in what he did. He didn't have no wasted movements, and we ended up playing them one time in a big tournament. We had lost to them, and we had to play another game. And the team that we played, it was essentially like we go to the championship if we beat them, and then we would have to play Berwyn again. Then we finally got to the championship, and we played Berwyn one last time, and we finally beat them. That was like the only team that really like gave us crazy trouble. Like we being out, I don't know why.
And he was on this Berwyn team.
Yeah,
okay.
He was on this Berwyn team. They was one of the toughest teams that we played.
What is your favorite memory?
But I will say that 8th grade year got me my AAU tryout. Got me on the AAU team at St. Joe's. We had a tournament at St. Joe's, and I played really good against that St. Joe's team. And Coach Roy called Mr. Lacoste and was like, "I want what's his name? I would like to have him come play for us." And Lacoste came and talked to me, and I was being a little hesitant or whatever. And then he called me to his office, and he was like, "What's your issue?" He was like, "Why are you listening to Joffrey and Martez and them telling you don't go play for them when there's an opportunity that you might not get? You're not going to get the opportunities that they get.
Right.
They obviously are going to get, they're going to play for the Mean Streets and the Mac Irvins and stuff like that. This is an opportunity for you to get your foot in the door." So like he was telling me it would essentially be stupid for you not to take this opportunity by just listening to them. And I didn't. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought playing for them made me learn how to play basketball. Like I felt like it helped me develop as a player a little bit more. I felt like Hinsdale South they didn't let big players develop. They kind of wanted you to do one thing and one thing only: catch the ball in the block, drop step, hook shot. That's it. That's if you're doing anything more than that, you're doing too much.
Do you have resentment towards Hinsdale South for your high school career?
Nah, I take all accountability for anything that happened. I missed tryouts junior year because I didn't want to wake up early and go to the morning tryouts. It's stuff like that I can't even like put on them. That's just me being lazy and not wanting to fully apply myself. Because I just didn't understand why the new coach came in and he wanted to implement morning tryouts. I just didn't.
I don't know who the hell that coach was. What's his name?
I don't even remember who it was because you weren't there no more.
Nah.
I don't remember his name though. But yeah, we usually had.
Was it Mr. Moore?
Maybe
Coach Moore? Or something?
Yeah, I think it was Coach Moore. But yeah, you usually had 2 or 3 tryouts that was after school. But he had it one night, one morning, and then one night. Maybe he really wanted to see who could really show up for that morning.
Just stupid shit. Just people. That's what they get for just hiring any motherfucking body. The realest shit I ever experienced in high school was my junior year with Coach Dorn. We walked in there. He said, "This ain't a tryout. This is the first day of practice. I'm not even wasting my time. This is our team." And we started the season. Instead of unless you are an AAU team that 50 kids will show up, there is really no need to have 3 tryouts. That's like the last 2 guys you're cutting. If like they're probably not going to play if it's coming down to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Unless, you know what I mean? If you're a super prestigious school, they're not having tryouts anyway.
Yeah. They already know they guys.
Exactly. I think Coach Dorn, and the way he went about things was really hard for suburban soft kids.
Yeah.
So the standard he put, we didn't have 30 people showing up. We had a roster show up because we had. If you wasn't playing basketball, you didn't come try out at Hinsdale South under Coach Dorn because it's
Yeah.
like, what's the even a point? We're not playing games here. You know what I mean? So it didn't really even make sense. And I think when you set that tone for your school and anything, it just cuts the fat off and it sets a standard of like, yeah, a person can't come in here and play games. Like, oh, I think I'm gonna try out for the basketball team this year, and you've never played basketball before. Like, we're not even gonna waste our time. And I appreciate that so much because the previous years, that's what it felt like. It felt like a waste of time. My freshman year, I fucked around and I didn't tell my mom about the physical I needed until the day before, and she couldn't get me in there. So I
Yeah.
missed the first day of tryouts, and then the second day I just made the team. And it was just like,
Yeah.
this shit I didn't even have to come to both of these days. You know what I mean? It's just like that came and they were like, oh yeah, 18. And it was like, okay. So same thing with sophomore. I like, we had like a few people that showed up and it was just like it was a joke.
Yeah.
They were like football players who was just doing some shit.
Yeah.
So when I got there junior year and Coach Dorn did that, I was like, that's the realest shit I've ever been a part of. Like, ain't no tryout. We're gonna save time by making this the first day of practice. This is our roster.
I would have liked to see Mike play at St. Joe's. I mean,
Yeah, why didn't he?
He made the team. I literally recruited Mike to come. He came. We had practice, and Coach Roy and Coach B was like, "We want him on the team." And he was Mike. At first, Coach Roy thought it was about money. He was said, "If it's about money, tell him we could figure that out. He don't have to stress. We could figure out the money part."
Right.
And then Mike just didn't. He didn't. I told him that. Mike still just decided not to come. I thought it would have been fun to see Mike in a different element, not playing.
Yeah. Because we've never seen Mike in a different element until we became grown and he played at Export. But like the only real memory of Mike is like Hinsdale South. He didn't play at Burr Ridge.
No.
He wasn't really a guy that was like running the court. I'm not saying he never played there. Obviously played, but I don't ever remember any of like those, when a court is busting and it feel like fucking Rucker Park. I don't ever remember Mike being in any of that type of shit. So the only basketball I've ever seen Mike play is Hinsdale South basketball. And it was the lower level Hinsdale. He played B team the first year. And then he became a starter sophomore year. And then that was pretty much it. And then that starter shit was what? 5 or 6 games because he hurt his hammy.
Because dudes like Coach Ping would come and watch our practices sometimes.
Exactly. Rest in peace.
Yeah, RIP. Like one of the historical legends in
that's
high school
the
basketball.
Head coach of St. Joe's, for those that don't know.
Yeah. I was when they said they wanted him, I was like, bet.
He was
like,
happy. Yeah.
I was like, we'll be decent.
Yeah.
Like I was real excited. But then he ended up not coming.
When did it dawn on you that basketball wasn't going to be your calling? Like at what point in your life? I'm guessing it probably happened in high school. I think it happens for a lot of us in high school where it's like, damn, I'm probably not playing. I'm probably not going to the fucking NBA. Duke and Michigan State, Coach Calipari, they're not fucking calling. I'm not even really about to play fucking Division III because I don't even feel like it's even worth it. For cause I'm probably not really gonna be playing basketball no more. Do you remember having it? Oh, junior
when I didn't make the team because I didn't want to go to trials. I also feel like there was a world where I could have really hyper focused on football.
Yes.
And I had a good freshman year, starting D line on DN. Sophomore year, I didn't want to wake up in the morning and go to. My issue in high school is I didn't want to wake up early. If anything was waking up early, I kind of was like,
which blows my mind because then you do like early bird gym or something.
I only did early bird gym because I had to.
Okay.
I had to make up credits because
gym.
Because I wasn't dressing for regular gym, so it was like you gotta make it up by coming to early bird.
What type of student were you? Were you a D's, C's, B's, A's? Were you a troublemaker?
I definitely wasn't an A. I was more like a C+ to B-. Maybe some D's here and there, but it was definitely a mixture. I definitely wasn't failing any classes except for Spanish. I failed Spanish, but um, he said, I remember Senior Uwe being so clutch. He was like, I can, he said, the day before the day before we had to take finals, he was like, I know you're not going to show up for the final. And I was like, it's like he was in my head. It's like I don't know how he knew I was contemplating not showing up for the final. And he was like, if you show up and you just try on a test, I'll pass you. And I showed up, I tried, and I ended up passing with like a 60. He gave me he didn't excel me, but he just gave me the bare minimum to where as a junior I could just go on and not have to take it as a senior. And I was
That's
just like,
dope.
that was so clutch because
Yeah.
like Spanish was so hard for me, and like it was a very very hard class for me to learn and grasp. He even did the extra steps of trying to get me a tutor to come work with me in the morning, and obviously since it was in the morning, I wasn't showing up.
They presented it to you like you had to do Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they told me that like all 8th grade or before you got to high school, and you're gonna have to take a foreign language or something like that. And I never took a Spanish or any class.
Oh wow.
Never
See,
took one.
I did not know.
They used to act like you had to do it to graduate, and like I went all my years because you have to. A counselor would help you
Yeah.
pick your classes to make sure that didn't happen. And I remember getting to like senior year, like I guess this is gonna be the year she gives me the,
Yeah.
and she never did it. And I remember being like,
And
y'all
it's
just be
so
fucking
crazy. The crazy
lying.
part about Spanish right now is that when I go to not St. Joe, when I go to Trader Joe's,
You talk to somebody in Spanish, don't you?
yeah, it was no. I don't talk to nobody in Spanish. It was
Oh,
a guy came up, he was like, Darrick, how you doing? And I was like, I'm good, how you doing? But and then after I'm like, did you address me by my first name? Like and he was like, yeah. I was like, how you know me? He was like, we had Spanish together. And I was like, what? And
I
I was
seen a dude in Trader Joe's that said you be talking to him. That's why I thought that was.
oh no, he said that we was in Spanish together, and I didn't notice because when I was in Spanish 1, I was a junior, he was a freshman, so like I didn't even want to be in the class because
You looked
like
at his ass like a baby.
yeah, and I didn't even recognize him because now he got a full beard, he grown, like we grown
Yeah.
now, so like it's really only like a year and a half probably difference between us,
Right.
but like then he was a kid, but it's crazy as adults we done it like the same age.
You started working at Portillo's in high school.
Once I turned 16, yeah, my mom made me go fill out job applications.
So what applications did you fill out? Portillo's and what else?
McDonald's and the Plex.
Uh-huh.
That was it.
That was it.
And Portillo, because Portillo's called me right away, so like I didn't have to really apply nowhere else.
What is give us some shit, man. What's the craziest story you got from the Portillo's days? Whether it's a good story, bad story, what's the toughest day you had? What's a secret? Like, oh man, they beefs was so good back in the day because they used to let the meat marinate. Like, what come on, give us something, man.
Crazy stories.
First of all, background. You worked at Portillo's from 16 to what, 23?
Yeah.
7 years?
7 years, yeah.
Okay.
Almost got the 10-year stamp. But
so what happens when you reach 10 years?
I actually don't know. I don't know what happens, but I know you get like a big a stamp type thing that you put on your uniform to show you've been there for 10 years. I don't know if there's actually any benefits of it.
Okay.
But it was crazy. We had this manager come in. She was like, maybe she was like Puerto Rican or like black and Puerto Rican or something like that. And big old dumbass, like voluptuous, like crazy. Like one of those ass that you see and you be like, ain't no way she washing all that. Like it was that big.
Okay.
And I was like,
you was feeling it.
No, I wasn't feeling it.
Okay.
It was a little too much.
Okay.
But
too much for you is a lot.
But it was kind of crazy. She ended up getting fired one day. And like, we like, damn, what happened? And apparently she was like showing people pictures of her news while she was at work. And like the managers found out and they obviously they fired her right away.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she was like showing other.
How old was she?
She was probably in her 30s or something like that, and it was like crazy that she was just showing people that.
She ain't never show you?
No, I wouldn't.
Damn.
I think she was only showing the managers because they would be in the office together.
Trying to get more hours?
Yeah. But like that was crazy. We also had another lady come in who they were saying she effed her way to the top because she became like a corporate supervisor really fast. And
did you believe it when they were saying it?
No, but like if you think about how hard it is to move up, she expeditiously moved up to corporate within like a year, and like that's just kind of insane,
right? That's what I'm saying. Did you believe it when they were saying that? When you sent
no,
back
when they were saying it, no, but like if you look back at it, you probably like maybe she was
right, yeah.
Like how she just jumped the line that fast.
You like, man, I've been here for 6 years, and y'all only moved me to fries. I've been here for 6 months, and she telling me what to do.
Yeah, exactly. She went from regular just crew chief, manager to assistant general manager to general manager to corporate supervisor. It was like expeditiously. She just went up the ladder so damn fast, and I just didn't. To me, it was like, damn, maybe she's working hard. But if you think about it, that shit just don't really happen in corporate jobs where you just jump the ladder that fast, unless you really just got connections. A lot of things really is connections. True. Honestly, I learned that from trying to get promoted. Like you could work your ass off and try to do the extra shit, but if they like someone a little bit more than you, they gonna probably lean towards them.
You wasn't into the ass kissing?
Not really. And they also didn't like that I had a podcast that I prioritized.
Right.
And
what was that experience like doing a podcast? And because the early days wasn't nothing, but then it became to where you was able to be pointed out, like you're taking an order and somebody like, DMeals, I love the podcast. What was that like for you mentally and just like, socially? Here it is, you got somebody that damn near want to take a picture with you, but you're also taking an order. Like, what headspace were you in, and how did it make you feel? Did it ever get to a point where it's like, damn, I don't even feel like going to work because I'm about to walk up to this car and it's like, damn, do they know the show?
I mean, going to work sometimes is a hard thing, especially when it's raining. Because like on a day like today, it's raining outside, I probably would have called off.
Okay.
Because
they got y'all ass outside moving in line and
and I just hate being wet, like being forced to be wet. Like if I voluntarily like go outside and like I know it's raining, like sure, but like if you tell me you have to go be in that shit gonna piss me off.
Nobody likes to be wet forced.
Yeah, so like
getting pushed into a pool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like I just didn't enjoy that type of stuff. So like it was a lot of days that I just called off and like shit, if we had to go to New York, I'd just be like, hey, in 3 days, I got to go to New York. And they would be like, you got to give us a little bit more time. And I'll be like, I just got a text right now. Like I'm moving too. Like I can't give you enough time if I ain't got enough time. I'm reacting to the messages I just got. Cause like sometimes when we was at HOH, they would sometimes just be like, hey, do y'all want to come to New York this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, I would just have to
relay the message.
Yeah. And they didn't like that sometimes.
What's your current state on Portillo's right now in 2025? Because I feel like
it's kind of fell off.
Yes. Even as soon as 5 years ago, pandemic-wise, I remember still eating Portillo's a lot, like still going there. And now in 2025, I feel like I'll go, don't get me wrong, but I don't go as much and I don't get the same stuff I used to get because it doesn't feel like the same quality. And people still ask about us because it's getting like they're spreading out. So I'll do a stream or I'll open up my DM and somebody like, man, they just built the Portillo's by me. What should I get? And it's like we used to really speak highly of Portillo's and put people on, but now these days I just kind of be like, I don't even know what to tell you.
Once restaurants start expanding, a lot of times they sacrifice quality. Like we was just talking about and I don't know what they sacrificing. Maybe it's the gravy, maybe it's the au jus, maybe it's like I'm not in there no more to know. Right. But I do want one thing that they sacrificed when I was in there was the Italian sausages. I know you're probably not an Italian sausage guy, but the one brand that they did work with, they stopped working with them, and that was a brand that everybody loved. everybody loved that brand. That Italian sausage was really good, but then they kept experimenting with cheaper options and they found one, but it's still just never the same because like they trying to save money here and there. They had changed the fries at one point. The chicken tenders have changed. They got rid of certain sandwiches and they they got rid of a lot of the Barnelli's pastas.
Yep.
They really tried to
Make it fast food.
Yeah, make it real fast. When I think Portillo's had a different look at it to where it could be fast food, but it's like
casual
upper scale.
Yeah,
it's like upper scale fast food that you could really sit down and have a good meal, like a nice penne alla vodka pasta, and like you could like really get creative with your pastas and like they kind of ruined it.
Yeah, you could really like you could have I would go there and I would see family outings.
Yeah, you can look at the line now. The line not as long as it used to be.
Yeah, it used to come and spill out of the parking lot.
Yeah, that line used to spill out the parking lot.
Kids could go and eat. Your grandma could go and eat. Your mom,
school buses used to pull up.
Yeah, it's like this is a place where you can get a salad, pasta, Italian beef. People would go get ribs, a hot dog, a burger, chicken sandwich, grilled chicken. I used to get the chicken wrap.
Yeah.
Then it got the
they had the penne. They had the what is it called? The Caprese panini.
Yes, they had the paninis. That's Barnelli's. Yeah. They had it on lock. You know, it's not close to us, but out in Orland, there's a Portillo's.
Yeah.
It is only fast.
Oh.
It's like called Portillo's Fast. There is no dining on the inside. It's only
really.
Yeah, it's the first one because I guess they wanted to test these new locations where it could just be.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it, but then like I looked online and I saw it was only you cannot go inside to eat, and I was like, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I'm curious how profitable the company still is.
Yeah, because they everywhere now. People in California be like, I just had it. What makes you the foodie that you are?
I'll probably give a lot of credit to my mom. Because I think I was kind of like you growing up where I kind of tried to be picky. But my mom was like, no, you're going to try everything. And I kind of was forced to try everything. And she would make dinner and whatever she made, I had to eat it. No, she wasn't going to compromise and like make something different. Because like growing up, she really liked liver. I don't like liver. I've never liked liver, no matter how it's prepared, no matter if it was at home or it was fast food.
Right.
But she would make it and she would be like, you're going to eat it. And like, I would just have to eat it because like it was either that or I just kind of just didn't eat. And so then I just started just trying different things. And I think I've always just like enjoyed going to new restaurants and just like seeing new places. I even just seeing new places was always something that was intriguing to me. And I think also embracing different cultures is also fun because like you get to see what they taste on a day-to-day basis, what they really like, what Indian food is like, what Dominican food is like. I haven't had Ethiopian food. That's something I really want to try, but I just think it kind of puts you in their world for a second.
What is a food place? It don't have to be upscale.
Yeah.
That's like on your bucket list of reviewing. Whether it, you know how In-N-Out is like a West Coast thing or whatever.
It's a chopped cheese.
Okay.
In New York at one of those delis.
Bodegas.
Yeah. I plan on going there in around October. So that'll be something I do this year. And also I wanted to try they have a place called Golden Diner in New York that's supposed to have the best pancakes in the country.
Do you remember when we first was going to New York, me and you were supposed to get those 24K golden wings?
Yes.
We never fucking got them.
We never went.
We never fucking went. Next time we gotta get in there. That shit might not even be a thing. That was like pre-pandemic and everything.
I've never even had edible gold.
Me either. Fuck.
I knew that was something that you used to talk about that heavily.
Yeah, I used to want to go so bad. Scheduling used to always have us like in the office so much that.
And then 8 hours was weird.
Yeah, at the weird ass hours.
I I feel like every time we didn't. I feel like we went to New York, but we didn't experience New York.
No, we never really you hit on the head. We went and I enjoyed it, and we explored a little bit, but we explored like Manhattan.
Yeah,
We never like really explored Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like Brooklyn got a place I want to go to, Cuts and Slices, that pizza place.
Okay. We didn't go. I think we've been to Queens, but we didn't experience Queens. We kind of we went to the spa. Yeah, we went to the spa in Queens. We went to the Champs in Harlem with RBC.
Yep.
But
never really walked around.
We
Harlem.
didn't walk around Harlem.
We never even been to Rucker Park. All the times we've been to New
haven't.
York, we've never even went to Rucker.
We went to the Bronx, but we didn't. We did work in the Bronx, and we came right back. What other boroughs are in New York? Those are the ones that came to my mind. But
you named, I think it's 5 boroughs.
Okay.
So I think you named pretty much all of them, right? New York, the Bronx, Harlem, Queens.
And
what is it? Is it Rhode Island or something?
Oh, somebody.
Staten Island.
We have not been to Staten Island.
Hell,
we've never been there.
Yeah, I'm not against Staten Island, but I want to go to Brooklyn because I've never been to Barclays.
No, I haven't been to Barclays either. I never even seen it.
They put together some things in here.
Okay.
Christian sent me some things. What's the craziest food opinion that you have, or hot take, or like what is something that everybody's fucking with that Darrick is like, man, that shit overrated? Well, that's what we can do. What's the most overrated food place that
Popeyes.
like? Wait, what?
Popeyes is not the same.
Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
Popeyes is just not. It's just not as good as it once was. I feel like growing up, Popeyes was like the staple. When you wanted fried chicken, you want a bucket of fried chicken for the house, Popeyes was your go-to. Like it was no other question because they had the biscuits. The size was A1. The biscuits now suck. The chicken is kind of mediocre. The sides are kind of mid. I feel like everything at Popeyes has drastically gone down from when we grew up, and I feel like the biscuits was like the biggest hit. The biscuits were like so damn good that the fact that they so damn dry and like not as buttery and like soft as they once was, Popeyes has gone down the drain. If you ask me, I genuinely do not care to go to Popeyes no more.
So where do you go for chicken?
I don't really eat fried chicken that much. Like fried chicken isn't in my like day to day. I don't fried chicken. I don't eat it because Popeyes suck and like there's nowhere else to really go. Like if I'm eating fried chicken, it's probably like some Uncle Remus or I'm near Harold's or something like that. But Popeyes ain't really in the rotation ever.
You ever fucked with KFC or no?
I like KFC is cool. They chicken is good. They biscuits were always bad though. So
because we were comparing them to Popeyes.
Yeah.
You like Jollibee though, right?
Jollibee is really good, but it's so far.
It's not like a
Popeyes. I think Jollibee would be the superior chicken chain for me. It actually was just voted the USA's #1 chicken chain.
Wow. I still like Popeyes, man. I still do. Popeyes is still good to me. I'm take the honey, put the honey on the biscuits, put the honey on the chicken. They got that sweet.
I used to sometimes go to Popeyes and just get 2 biscuits, and I'll be happy. Now I can't even fathom going there to get a biscuit.
So they're more overrated than Cane's?
No, Cane's is.
That's what I asked you. What's the most overrated restaurant?
It's Cane's and Popeyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you rank Bojangles, Zaxby's, and Cane's? And Chick-fil-A?
Shit. I haven't had Bojangles or Zaxby's in years.
Same.
I had a chance to have Zaxby's when we was in Orlando, but I didn't even order it. I got Portillo's instead.
How was that Portillo's out in
It was the same.
Okay.
It tasted just like home. But
okay.
I can't rank Bojangles and Zaxby's. I can't remember what they taste like.
Oh, really? I remember that shit. Bojangles is #1.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah. Well, Chick-fil-A is #1. Bojangles 2.
Bojangles had that blueberry biscuit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We ate it a lot when we was in Charlotte.
Yeah.
We had breakfast. We had it.
Those breakfast sandwiches was I remember those breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
Those was elite. Those biscuits was A1.
If there was one restaurant that is like geographically not in Chicago that you could bring to Chicago, what would it be?
In-N-Out.
Seriously,
Yeah.
you fuck with In-N-Out like that?
I love a good classic double animal style, whole grilled onion, extra chili peppers.
Oh, you got your whole order down now.
And give me the whole grilled onion with the raw onions too. That's my order.
I
That
didn't know
shit.
you was a big onion guy.
They onion. I like they whole grilled onion. When they put that on that burger, that it take it to another level with those chili peppers. I like In-N-Out a lot. I don't like they fries a lot, but I think here in Chicago we could change that.
Wow. In-N-Out. Okay.
Because Whataburger is good. Whataburger, I like Whataburger.
That
But
or
also,
Bojangles would be my answer.
oh, actually, it might be Waffle House.
That's not a bad answer.
Waffle House is.
What's your Waffle House order?
The grit bowl with sausage and a pecan waffle.
The grit bowl look good. I don't know if I want eggs with grits. The two textures.
I love eggs with my grits.
Like I do too, but not inside of each other.
No, I like them inside of each other.
Yeah.
Whenever, even if I have grits at home, I'm mixing my eggs usually with it.
Grits are so fucking good that I don't even want the egg to come and ruin it. Like I think grits are some of the most grits are some of the most underrated breakfast food in the world.
Yeah, I don't make grits personally. I don't trust myself to make them how my mom made them, so I don't even try to dive into it. You know who got good grits? First Watch.
Yes, they do.
They do. Easy grits.
Yeah,
I fuck with their grits.
They do. They do.
Waffle House still has some of my favorite grits, and also
same.
It was this restaurant at Henry's that had good grits.
Nobody grits is better than my mom's. I'll tell you a place. Matter of fact, you can't. No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you because you can't go unless I take you.
Okay.
It's a hidden spot that I grew up going to. My dad took me when I was a kid. It's in. I'm not even gonna tell you where it's at. I took Dana once.
Yeah.
It's the only place she want to go to eat breakfast now.
Okay. Chicago's Home with Chicken and Waffles got good grits too.
I've never been there.
You haven't been to Chicago?
My dad lives right there, and I've never been there.
Wow.
Never been there.
Damn. I like Chicago's Home with Chicken and Waffles.
It looks great. It looks good. I don't know why I've never gone.
Yeah, I like that.
I've never had Roscoe's chickens either.
I haven't had Roscoe's either. There was actually one down the street from our hotel when we was in Disneyland in LA. But it just didn't look cultural, if that makes sense. It looked like a
gentrified one?
Yeah. It didn't look like it had people of our color in there cooking. So I was like,
you one of those. You peek and see who behind there cooking that shit. Okay. I respect that.
Like if I go to Waffle House, I kind of want, I want there to be some people in there that might fight a little bit.
Oh, you want that? Did we get that at Indianapolis? I think we got some attitude.
Was arguing with me.
Yeah, we did. Crazy music opinions. Who's the most overrated rapper right now? That's like extremely popular. That you'd be like, why do the fuck y'all listen to him?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a artist that I don't like. I would say that Not Like Us was an overhyped song for no reason.
Oh, you're a big fucking Drake fan.
So. No. I just thought Not Like Us was a good song, but it wasn't good enough to stay at the top of the charts for how long it did.
Do you think it was at the top of the charts because it was a great song, or because it was a good song that tore down someone that a lot of people don't like?
Yeah. I think that was mostly why. But also do people not like Drake, or do they just I don't think people not like him.
Really?
I feel like there are probably some people that don't, but like also I think it's just Twitter shit, right?
As somebody who likes Drake, I also like Kendrick Lamar.
I like Kendrick too.
Somewhere along the lines,
well, I guess
it became cool to not like Drake.
I also think naturally when you are the top artist,
People get tired of you, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
people start to dislike you.
It's like the Warriors, the Thunder.
Yeah.
I don't think I wanted the Warriors to win after they won their first championship. I was like, okay.
Yeah, same with LeBron. People naturally probably hate on LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
You see it every day, actually.
Exactly. But yeah, so I do believe it became cool to not like Drake. Like people would go out of their way, like every time he dropped the album, to say how much they didn't like the album or how much he's done. Like, oh, he's done. And then that's what I was like, oh, yeah, it's people think it's cool now. Because normally when an artist is done, like when I think an artist is done and I ain't fucking with them and they over, like their career's not on shit, I don't talk about them.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about like Kanye.
Yeah, like
I love Kanye's music.
Yeah.
But after, if we looking at his once he made Donda, the first one, I think that's when I got cut off.
Same.
I don't think I haven't listened to anything.
Wait, which one was?
Oh, actually, no, it's the Jesus one he made.
Did that come after Donda?
No, that was before Donda.
Okay, so you didn't like Donda?
Nah, not really.
Okay, so yeah, my cutoff is Donda. I can't tell you too much about what's that, like the vultures and shit. I heard a little bit, but I wasn't even deep diving into it like I normally do.
Because Jesus is King. I understand he was like religious and he was making church music. Such a weird. His career is so weird. How it just parallels.
Yeah, he got a lot going on.
I don't even know how he goes from making church music to the stuff that he be talking about. It's just so weird how he just all over the place. But
it's very.
I just never. That album was cool, but like it didn't hook me like the old Kanye.
So, but you didn't answer my question. What artists do you see people going crazy over? Where you like, I don't get it. I don't see the hype.
I don't have an artist. I don't think it's more so just like that song.
Okay. So it's not one artist you look at like, man, why do people really love Travis Scott? Or like, man, what's this hype with fucking?
Nah, because I've listened to some Travis Scott. I like Travis Scott, so no, I don't really have one that I would say I'd be like, damn, why would people? Because I feel like everybody has some sort of substance
that you can pull from.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Even if it's not someone I'm listening to daily, like some people hate on Russ, but I think Russ has some good songs.
He has a lot of good songs.
Yeah, Russ has a lot of good songs, and like if you listen to his music, he's actually pretty damn talented.
What's the last album you listened to of anybody? Where you really like listen to it, like track 1 to the end? Kendrick's album?
I listened to Kendrick's album a few times. Drake dropped an album recently.
What, Party Next Door?
Yeah, that one. That one was probably the most recent one, just because that just came out recently. I'm waiting on Big X the Plug to drop an album. I would love to hear another one from him. But other than that, I haven't really been tapped into any new albums recently. I feel like I kind of just been.
When you moved, the Clips dropped.
Of what?
They dropped the album. The Clips.
Oh yeah, y'all was talking about that.
And that was happening when you was moving. So I know you ain't listened to that, but when you do, I think you would like it. Freddie Gibbs also just dropped an album. That was really good. Tyler the Creator just dropped the album. I hadn't had a chance to listen to it yet, but yeah,
I haven't listened to Tyler really as an adult.
Oh, so you remember Tyler as Goblin, just
Goblin,
being
and
Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, I didn't really care for Cherry Bomb though. Wolf and Goblin were the ones though for me when I was growing up. But yeah, those are.
Who are your top 5 favorite rappers? Musicians. Top 5 favorite
Drake,
musicians. Drake,
Eminem, Kanye, J. Cole, and then 5th would probably be Kendrick. Or either. Yeah, that would probably be my 5 that I would probably say I listen to. I haven't really listened to Kanye recently, but
the catalog still is the catalog.
Yeah, like when I listen to it, it's like, man, he's just a musical genius.
Shout out to Kanye. Top 5 foods.
Tacos. Anything Mexican related would probably be number 1. Number 2 would probably be like Italian beefs. If we went 3, I'll probably go pizza. Let's give me like a good steak at 4. And then at 5, I could probably go for like a good sub sandwich, like a Potbelly, Mr. Sub, something like that. That'll probably be my 5 favorites.
Have you ever eaten at damn, I forgot the name of the place, man. It's 2. It's one in the city and it's one in Hinsdale.
That's crazy. When I said a nice sub sandwich, that place came to my mind. I don't remember the name of it.
I eat there so much that it's kind of
pissing
me off. Yes.
I've never had it. I've heard that it's like really good.
Bro. It's so good.
Do they do hot subs or are they just cold subs?
The ones that I've had are cold, but I think they do hot subs because they got the chicken cutlet. I don't think you can serve a chicken cutlet cold.
No. Yeah. No, I've been wanting to try them. That might be one of the next places I'd go and try. Because I know I've only heard nothing but good things about it.
Fontanos,
yeah.
I love Fontanos.
Yeah. I've never been there. Have you been to Fuller's?
No, I have not. I see it all the time, but I've never been there.
You
been there?
Nah, I just know that they have those animal style burgers.
Like In-N-Out.
Yeah.
In-N-Out
really good.
Or Portillo's.
For just a burger?
Whatever. I'm just trying to see how much you love In-N-Out.
I'll go Portillo's. More diversity.
In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out or Whataburger?
I'll go In-N-Out.
In-N-Out or Fat Tony's? I mean, Fat Sal's.
Oh, In-N-Out. I had to think about what was Fat Sal's. That big ass sub I had.
Only LA people gonna get that. In-N-Out or New York pizza?
In-N-Out. I don't think I really experienced New York pizza.
Seriously?
You was getting it faithfully when we was going.
Bro, that shit is so good.
I was mainly just eating at the hotel.
Yeah.
I was happy eating at the hotel. That shit was
hotel food was good, but bro, Angelo's Pizza, Margarita.
Yeah. I remember when we went to Joe's Pizza one of the first time we ever went. We was just walking around.
And now you see motherfuckers on TikTok going to New York to get it. And we just
I was like, we was going there before like TikTok and shit became popping. We just was on some casual shit, just trying to find something to eat. And we just looked up.
What the fuck were we doing? We did something. It was like, y'all want to get some pizza? This is going here. And now you see motherfuckers like, I came to New York, the iconic Joe's Pizza. We went in there and got our pizza. We ate that shit in front of Joe's and went on about our fucking day.
We didn't even know it was like an iconic pizza place. We just wanted something to eat for dinner. We didn't know where to go.
We was hungry. And that might have been one of the last times I seen KB eat pizza too. He ate pizza that day. That was like one of our first times going to New York.
Yeah, it was. It was by college too.
Yeah, NYU, New York University. Yeah. Right across the street. Yeah. That shit was incredible.
I know a lot of New Yorkers gonna be like, damn, that's crazy. They ain't even know that they was eating that stuff.
No, it's just like, man, what's what it is. Same thing happened when I went. Me and Flex was in New York for Drake and 21 Savage shit, and we ate at a place called Brooklyn Chop House. And apparently, Chubb's Drake guy, he had like a rooftop thing at Brooklyn Chop House that we was at, and then we was like, fuck it, we want to get something to eat, and so we just went in and got something to eat. But like that is something that I be seeing on social media too, where people like, I'm having my birthday at Brooklyn Chop House, or whatever, and I'm like, damn, like that shit was really good, but I didn't know it was like, you know what I mean?
You remember when we was trying to get into the club at Houston, and
yes.
The bouncer, the bouncer was getting mad because motherfuckers was trying to get in because they were saying they knew Chubbs.
Wait. Is that the one we was waiting for Flex in them that whole time?
Yeah.
They said that?
Yeah, because I think Drake was in town because he was on
they
tour.
Were. Yep, they were.
And Chubbs had an event. He was supposed to be there, and people were pulling up saying that they should get in because they know him. And at some point, the bouncer was like, I don't give a fuck who y'all know. I don't give a fuck if y'all know Chubbs or none. Now it's $100 a head for anybody that want to get in.
That's before I ever met Chubbs. I wish we knew Chubbs then. Before we would have been like, hey, they got us outside waiting, bro. No, Flex and them had us outside waiting, so it wouldn't have fucking mattered. Right.
We was waiting on them.
Yeah. That just made me think with the Joe shit. What's some of your favorite memories of us as a podcast of all time? Like, it don't have to be one, but what's some of your favorite? It don't even have to be podcast related. But just
Yeah,
thinking about that memory, we just in New York. We probably had went to Stadium Goods, Flight
yeah.
Club. We probably had went shopping in Soho,
I
and we
think it
just
was always just fun just walking around New York just shopping.
yeah.
Even though at that time I ain't really had no money. It was just fun just being with y'all, just kicking it.
We might have had insomnia cookies the first time
Yeah.
out there.
I also remember it was funny, KB, he had we was out with RDC
Mm-hmm.
and it was funny because he was like Derek, just look at yourself and look at everybody else. He was like, you the only one here that ain't got no type of swag. Look at everybody else. Everybody else around you got some sort of like style to them. You just
Mm-hmm.
look like you just do some shit together.
Where was we going?
I don't know. I just remember we was walking with them somewhere. I think we was going to maybe do a video, but that would probably be my only guess. That's what we could have been doing. I know because I think we was going to Sub. We went to Subway.
Oh,
We went to all the
Gauchos. We was
yeah,
doing the Gaucho
yes,
shoot. Yeah.
yeah. I remember that because Sam had took us all to Subway,
Yeah.
and that's
Omar
around.
was there.
Yep, and that's when KB had told me that, and I was like, damn, I ain't got no swag. But I honestly didn't even start dressing good still until later on. Like it.
Yeah. Your evolution has come a long way. Your
I didn't even
evolution has come a
realize I
long way.
was dressing bogus.
Because back then, yeah, you was wearing whatever. Like, you would
Yeah.
leave with those Humble Beast shoes, the basketball shoes. You just be like, yeah, we finna go out. All right, let me get my basketball shoes. Then it went from that to like color coordinating, getting the Jordans, the 11s and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then it went to like what we now have today, which is like
Yeah.
full fit, coming in, everything matching. I'll never forget, we had to have a conversation with you when we went to that White Sox game, and you had those fucking purple LeBrons with those dark pink shorts. And you like, what's wrong with my fit? What y'all mean I'm not matching? You was like pissed off. You was mad at us because all three of us was like, bro, what the fuck are you wearing? And you was like, what the fuck y'all mean? What am I wearing? This match. You was like, this match. This match. And we like, bro, that shit do not match. And so to see now you come in, you at the first little thing at what was that San Francisco All-Star show.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Miami shoot when we went on tour, you was clean when you met us there with the glasses and everything. It's crazy to see your evolution. What's the biggest misconception about DMeals in our podcast world?
The biggest misconception. That's a good question. I would probably say that I don't care about my job.
Talk to us.
I feel like a lot of people probably say that. I feel like I think about it a lot. Like if I do have a bad performance, it dwells. Like I think about it constantly. I'm thinking like, okay, how do I get better?
Mm-hmm.
I remember I used to kind of didn't like you at the beginning because you used to try to
hold you accountable and say shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And you would be like, what college he went to? And like, and I'll leave the podcast and be in my car like, man,
fuck
Pierre.
Pierre.
What is he talking about? What is he talking about? What do you mean what college you go to? I don't even watch college basketball. Who the fuck is he to tell me I need to know what college somebody went to?
Right.
I don't even watch college basketball. But now we cover the draft. And it's like I have to watch college basketball. And now I know what college people go to. So it's like I do care about my job. And I think a lot of people probably think I don't, and I'm just carried back. Like they say it to you too, carried back in trail.
When you see somebody say some shit like that you don't care, or that you get cared, you only there because of KB. How do you feel? How do you used to feel? Because I'm sure now you probably been doing this so long, you probably don't give a single fuck.
It's like the show wouldn't be the show without me. So like
wouldn't.
Y'all clearly watching the show partly because I'm here as well. So it's like, sure, KB has the bigger platform and he brought us, but like the show still wouldn't be the show without me.
What is your perspective of the origin of the show?
Because I think it's all. I always think about it so crazy how like I wasn't originally supposed to be there.
Yeah,
that's like still so crazy that like I showed up and y'all didn't think I was like genuinely serious about being on a podcast, and then it's like looking back at it, it'd be like, damn, y'all was having conversations, and like I didn't know who John Collins was when y'all would talk about John Collins, or like you called him Jason Collins, and like I didn't know who those dudes were.
I don't think a single fucking person corrected me. I just said it, and y'all was like, "Yeah, he's nice."
Yeah, because I didn't know who you were talking about. I didn't know who you were talking about. So it was like when I watched the old Through the Wire videos, because a lot of them are still on the HOH channel, and I've watched them, and I'm like, I can tell just by looking at myself, I don't know what they talking about.
Oh man. Do you remember when they used to have a fucking word counter for you and Mike sometimes?
Yeah. I remember the first time I tried to host, I was like, I got a segment. This is when we was just doing audio. I was like, I got a segment I want to do. And KB was like, this is your show too. Go ahead.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, and then I just started dripping in sweat. And I was just like, bro. And I did it, but he was like, why are you nervous? And that still happens to this day. Like I still sometimes get nervous when I'm hosting a segment. And I think I'll never fully not be nervous. But I've definitely gotten a lot more comfortable at it.
Has there ever been a time in your podcasting career where you didn't want to do the podcast anymore?
No. I think I've always had a love and a desire to do it. So I kind of just, there's times where maybe I don't want to watch basketball. Like I'm just kind of like just burnt out mentally just because the 82 games is long.
Absolutely.
So like, by the time March and April come, that should be, it'd be boring. I ain't gonna lie. March and April, and if it's not a marquee matchup where I think there's some sort of implications on stand-ins, I'm not watching Charlotte play the Raptors.
Right.
That's like if that's on a slate that night, I just, and that's only one of the few games on. I'm just like, man, this slate suck.
I think that's one of the misconceptions too. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about our show, which made me ask some of those questions after you gave your answer to the first misconception question. One of the biggest misconceptions I think is the podcast in itself.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of people who do look at the podcast and just think like KB just grabbed us and threw us on a stage and was like, you know what I mean? I think it's a way more nuanced situation where KB was doing his YouTube thing and we would be in a group chat. And I think a few times I was saying like, man, that would have been a good podcast, this little argument we had.
Yeah.
And we literally was asking who would do it. And it was us four, and we didn't take you serious. And that's really how it came about.
Yeah.
I do see a lot of people who try, like, who in their minds, I don't even know where this come from, but like KB was creating a podcast and he just found these random three guys and just drug us into the mix. And it was kind of really not even close to that.
I remember, not to cut you off.
No, you good. Not to cut you off.
When we was doing a draft stream and you had looked and you was looking at the chat and you was like, some dude was like, who are these bums up here sitting with Kenny and Wendy?
Right.
And I was like,
people don't be knowing. They don't be having any idea like where this shit, like any like that, which is fine. I don't expect people to know how we started the podcast because you would have to have been there. But I also be thinking like sometimes when people say shit like that, I'd be like, yeah, where do you get this from though? Like, and what part of this do y'all think KB came and knocked on? You know what I mean? Like, if somebody was starting a podcast, if KB was starting a podcast, why the fuck would he have came and got us? That's what my mind be like. Don't get me wrong, me and KB is cousins, and we, we can't take that away. But me and KB wasn't doing anything together before the podcast. So like, why the fuck would he have came and got me?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't even understand where that would come from. Like, we never did a YouTube video before. We wasn't making content. I wasn't a YouTuber before the podcast. When we started the podcast, that's when I was like, I should just do YouTube too. Like, let me just do whatever. You and Mike were working at fucking U-Haul and, Portillo. Like, I don't understand where people get that idea from. The other misconception that I think people have is like the banter on the show.
Yeah,
I definitely can be an annoying person. There's not anybody in my life that I have not annoyed. I'm very aware and self-aware of that. You know what I mean? Like I've annoyed my dad, my mom, my girlfriends of the past, friends, y'all. I'm sure I annoy Drew and Christian. I annoy everybody. That's just, it's what it is. I just have one of those personalities. Um, I'd rather be annoying than to like hurt people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I've never done anything dirty to nobody. I've never got anybody fired or tried to talk to somebody's significant other or throw anybody under the
Yeah.
bus to lose money. So I'll be what I am, which is annoying. That's but
Like you could definitely if you really wanted to, you could have done stuff like that, but you didn't.
no, yeah, I'm that's just not,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
I'm cool.
even if you don't enjoy being around somebody, you're not going to be the type of person where I want to take his money away.
Nah, yeah, nah. That's even why, like, when I talked about the Hulk Hogan thing on the pod, it's
Yeah.
like he died, he said racist shit, but like I'm not the person that y'all gonna get to be like, oh, hey, he died, hey. Nah, I'm cool. I just won't say anything before I say anything disrespectful to somebody in a time like that.
Yeah.
But I say all that to say, when we have our banter, even in those moments where it does get serious, where some of us are having real arguments and really like going at it, which I think the best ones were early days. It never hold any weight.
Yeah.
I think that's the misconception of like when we get into it with each other. Because I remember I said something like, man, I said something to Mike while we was debating, like, yo, fat finger, and somebody was like, damn, that was so personal and mean. There's not one situation ever in the history of the podcast where I thought somebody where a situation like that happened on a podcast, an argument, a debate, roasting each other, and somebody was on the verge of leaving. It
Yeah.
has literally never had. There has never been a day where the podcast was on the brink of breaking up, or somebody was like, "I'm not coming in today because he said this about me. I'm not coming today because the shit Kenny said about this or that. I'm not coming." That just has never happened. I just think the misconception is that we're like four friends, and I think at this point it's like a little bit deeper than like friends.
Yeah.
Everybody's parents been around each other. Um, that's one of the misconceptions, that people think we're still in like this friend stage, and I think at this point you can't quit the podcast. There can't be a podcast breakup. You know what I mean? Like it's like a gang at this point. Imagine one of us
Yeah.
waking up and texting a group chat like, man, y'all, I just don't know. That conversation we had last time, it really hurt me so much that I just think I'm not coming back no more. Like I think it's a lot deeper locked in than people understand.
Yeah.
We did a lot of shit together for the first time.
Yeah, for sure. Just traveled a lot. We did a lot. We went to New York together. Like New York was a big thing. We had a lot of us had never even traveled before. We were just in a new city by ourselves with just us.
The time I had been to New York before, I was there for a short amount of time, so I didn't really get to explore. So that was like the first time I explored. It was with y'all, and a lot of the times we go to these different places. We have.
Yeah.
There's no security. The company isn't with you. So you go somewhere in New York and somebody starts some shit. All we got is you know what I mean? All we got is each other. You know what I mean? That's what becomes family. We've shared hotel rooms,
Throwing money together,
made money together. Half of the show is fathers now.
Yeah.
KB is married. You on your way to being married. We all done moved out, got our own, places together pretty much. So I think people don't see that side of it. And I'm not gonna lie, comments and shit I don't really look at or see as much because it's no reason to. I just think it's a double-edged sword. If you see it and everybody is blowing smoke up your ass, you'll become super arrogant and big-headed. And then if you see it and everybody is down on you, you'll just get down on yourself. So it's really no benefit to look at comments. But when I do try to see people take arguments or things that we say about each other and like use it to create something, or where I'll see somebody on the timeline, like I've seen people say some shit like, I'll see like Mike have a crazy take. Somebody be like, man, Mike just getting free money. Or like, why is Mike even on the show? Like certain things like that. And I'll just be like, man, I hate this part of it.
It'd be funny because those people would also love to be in that position.
Love to be in the position. I just don't understand why it sometimes it be people in the community. That's where it bothers me.
Yeah.
Where it's like, why are you trying to pin? I've seen the tweet, like I blocked a person, this is like a year or two ago, because there was one dude that was like, you know how people be like, man, put me on some podcasts, or what's some podcasts I should go on, and it's like a fucking retired player, and they'll tag us. I remember somebody tagged us and somebody replied like, Darrick and Mike don't be saying nothing, so like blah blah blah. They shouldn't even be on. Like, why? I don't, man. That part they ain't even all that. And I remember seeing them, and it's like a person who try to be a part of the community. It's like, why would you put two things together? Or even like, if I piss somebody off with a take, or you piss somebody off with a take, and they'll say like, man, KB carried you, Darrick. You wouldn't be here without KB. It's like a psychological thing that you're trying to do to put negativity into the group, because what they want you to respond and be like, man, fuck KB, I did this myself, and then it becomes this, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't like when people try to in the community try to put negativity in there, or if me and you go back and forth and it's like Pierre be bullying Darrick. It's like, first of all, Darrick is a grown ass man who is 6'4", 250 at the least, 260. Ain't nothing I could do with Darrick if I would be a dumbass to try to purposely offend you in that level. But it's like, to even put that out there, what if you read that one day and believed that and came with a certain energy, and it could fuck up the podcast? And I feel like, I'm like, why do people do that? Like, why would you want to? It's almost like when NBA players read reporters who say shit about things in a locker room. It's like, why are you doing that when you work for the team? You're a beat writer for our team, and you're trying to make it seem like me and the teammate is not getting along. And it's like, what if my teammate reads that and they feel that and believe that, and now they come with a certain energy and we in here fighting?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the part that bothers me more so than like I don't give a fuck if anybody agree or disagree. That's not like, half of the time, a lot of us on the show play devil's advocate to disagree for conversational purposes. But I don't like that part of it. It's the same thing I was talking about with like putting your personal life onto the podcast. You know what I mean? It's like, you say something and now somebody tags Angie.
Yeah.
It's like, what if that really did affect her?
Yeah.
Good thing it doesn't, but what if she really did read that and feel away, and now my relationship could be affected because y'all doing some dumb shit?
Yeah. Because like some women do take that social media stuff extremely serious.
Seriously.
Like that means a lot. I've been in that situation. Social media, sometimes it means a lot to women, like being posted or things you say, like all of it holds weight to them.
Does any of it hold weight to you?
Social media to me isn't real.
Like, if Angie posted a man crush, like, let's say, I know she loves Drake. I don't know if she loves him musically or how he looked, but let's just say she posted him like my crush. I know people don't do that. What was that? Man Crush Monday?
Yeah, Man Crush Monday.
But like, even in the past with different girls back in the day when people did do that, was that ever something you looked at like, man, why would you post LeBron and show Man Crush Monday?
Nah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. It's Drake. I mean,
right.
I don't. And he's also unattainable. So like, it's just a fantasy. I mean, I don't think she would be offended if I was like, I don't know, Cardi B, bad as hell. Like
right.
It's
Duh,
Cardi B.
right? Yeah. So that's funny.
But some women will really get jealous over that type of stuff.
Do some men too. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen
men are more jealous than women a lot of times.
Yeah, I'll be seeing a lot on social media where men are getting exposed in certain things, and the girl
men
be like,
are very insecure.
Boom, that's the thing. You'll be like, look at this insecure ass guy I've been dealing with, and he on there like, man, why you like Drake picture?
Yeah,
hey, bro, Drake don't want your girl, bro. I promise you.
Women are. I mean, not women. Men. They try to portray women as being insecure, but a lot of men are extremely insecure within themselves.
What is the craziest interaction you've had on social media with somebody that is a fan of the show? Or what's your biggest pet peeve that happens on the internet that you like, bro? You ever wake up one day and a motherfucker like a tweet or reply to it? Like, recently I saw somebody reply to a tweet. I think when Diddy had a case
Yeah.
during the height of Diddy case.
Yeah.
I had a tweet from like 2010 that was like something Diddy, and a
Yeah.
dude replied to it like,
You gotta
"What is
delete
this
this.
about? What is this about?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What made you wake up and type in my name with Diddy to see any, you know what I mean?" And
Yeah.
that was also a dude who like screenshotted that I followed Diddy on Instagram. I'm like, bro, I don't even know. I don't even know the last time I checked anybody I follow. But why do you know who I follow more than me?
That happened to me recently, actually. This was pretty crazy because, like, Damian Lillard follows me on Twitter.
Yes.
Some dude went to a picture in my comment section and typed in, "Damn, DMeals, why at Damian Lillard unfollowed you on Instagram? He never followed me
He
on
never
Instagram."
followed. Yeah.
And I was just like, and also you tagged him.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's just weird. Like, that's extremely weird. Like, what if he actually thought I was a genuinely cool follow, and now he feels like
You walking around saying he unfollowed you.
Yeah, and I'm just like, that's just weird. Like I didn't even, I wasn't offended or nothing by the fact that he didn't follow me on Instagram. I didn't even care.
Right. Right.
How did you even know? What made you go look?
He looked and typed your name in and
And I
did
was
the
like,
whole.
why? What made you look to see if Damian Lillard follows me on Instagram? I was just like, the fact that you tagged him too was also what blew me. Because what if he was just bored at night, just scrolling through his notifications?
He like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like what the fuck? I never followed him. And I'm just like, that's just, well, like when some dude found a conversation of me from years ago in high school talking to a girl that I had class with.
Yeah.
We was talking about, I had missed class and she was talking about how I ain't missed none of, and like he liking our interactions.
And
I'm
you and her probably ain't talked in 15 years.
And I'm just like, why would you make that weird? Those aren't just my old tweets. Those are her old. She's probably like, who the fuck is this dude?
Right. When something happens, she get notified too.
Yeah. So like, it's like, do you not understand how weird that is? That's just like, I've never gone through anyone's old tweets. It's just never been anything that ever crosses my mind or anything I even consider.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're going through someone's old tweets, you not valuing your time. There's something that you could be doing.
I've never done it either. The only time I've done it is in like conversation with somebody. So if somebody back in the day, somebody used to say something like, again, if somebody trying to shit on a pod, oh, you shitting on the pod? You don't fuck with us today? But oh, hold up, you just said we was the best pod 2 months ago. But yeah, like I've never tried to see what LeBron was talking about from years ago. Yeah. In my spare time, I'm just like, oh, Diddy is relevant right now. Let me see what NBA players will support Diddy. Let me see if any of these players said a racial slur or something homophobic, so I can create some drama. That's a new thing. It's like if you become popular, people are like, oh man, he's trending now. Let me see if he has anything controversial or cancelable in his thing. And
from when he was in high school.
I'm seeing they doing that. A lot of this shit is happening with Love Island. I've been seeing. I don't know exactly what's happening.
I've seen that too.
But people are bringing up old stuff and tweets and Facebook posts and just like
some girl. It happened to her from a story, and I was like,
"What happened?"
She had posted some like offensive, like Asian slur in her story, and
she got removed from the show.
Yeah, but it was like, stories disappear.
Yeah.
So someone screenshotted that and just sat on it. Just kept it for years, just waiting, just plotting, I guess.
That's wild.
And I'm just like, because there's no way to retrieve an old story.
Right, unless you go into your archives yourself.
Yeah, so like that person who screenshotted that, they screenshotted it and just sat on it and just was hoping to have a moment.
And they
must have really didn't like her.
Wow.
And I'm just like, that's crazy.
No, that is very crazy.
Screenshot a story and sit on it.
The only thing that can make sense of that is at the time when she's put that, because it's like
she had a little buzz.
No, so say somebody tweet about you or say somebody said something about you in high school that was racist and you screenshotted it and you was posting it then, you might still have that screenshot to your possession.
Yeah.
Because it's like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then now it's like, oh, this motherfucker done became famous now. I ain't forget when you was saying this shit about me or blah, blah, blah. Now it becomes even a more thing. Because if you trying to expose somebody for saying something, if you post it now, it's archived for you.
Yeah.
And so you would always have the access to it too. But if you screenshotted it, it was like, I'm going to use this one day. That is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Give me your top 5 childhood crushes.
Sierra was number 1. I love Sierra growing up. Sierra.
Goodies.
Yeah. Sierra, Mariah Carey. It was also what's her name from the girl from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
Ashley Tisdale?
No, the other one. The one that was a little slow.
Oh, you're talking about fucking
Brenda Songs.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Let's go. Brenda Songs. Damn, Sierra was so high up that I'm trying to.
She took your eyes off the rest of the field.
Let's go. Obviously, probably Beyonce was probably in there, and then
Fine Wine.
I go.
Beyonce has been people crushes for
Keisha
3
Cole.
decades.
Keisha Cole.
I loved Keisha Cole.
I love Keisha Cole too.
Back when I loved Keisha Cole, this gonna sound whatever. Keisha Cole used to have like a gap in her teeth.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Keisha Cole that I had a crush on.
Yeah.
Keisha Cole was like the fucking screensaver to my phone when I was young. That's like Burr Ridge days.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Sierra.
5 adulthood crushes.
Oh, so let's go. That's funny because I feel like I could be a little all over the place.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's all.
Beyonce.
This is not a setup. It's not a set. If Angie was on the show, I would ask her the same thing. These are just the things that people want to know. He is definitely these people that you're probably going to name. I would assume are going to be fiancés and wives too. So maybe a husband. You might have a husband in here too.
Megan.
That's Clay. You know that boy can shoot. He'll get you. Better slow down.
Megan. Let's go Megan. In a weird way.
You ain't got to preface it. You ain't got to save no face. You like what you like.
No.
In a weird way. What the hell?
Cardi B could be on there.
Is that what you're saying in a weird way?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if I want to put that other person on there. Cardi B, Megan. Let's go. Bobby Altoff would probably be on there. My list is all over the place. I'm sorry.
Which is hilarious because we seen her in person. And I was like, I immediately was like, oh man, this is hilarious.
I feel like my taste can vary. Like
I see.
Like,
I see, brother.
My taste it varies like drugs in the alley.
Yes. Yes. They don't know about that. That's Carter 3.
Let's go. Shit.
That boy say Bobby. Yeah, he been on the Bobby train for a minute too.
That's tough because I'm thinking of someone, but I can't remember her name.
Where do you know her from?
The WNBA. We actually interviewed her with the Drewski thing.
Yeah, Rakia Jackson. Okay.
Rakia Jackson. And then to round it all off, we could put Mariah Carey still on there. Mariah Carey.
Okay. That boy got alley drug style. Variety.
Yeah, Mariah Carey. When it come Christmas time and you see her around, shit, she still got it. Still look young.
My boy said shit. That's what you know. That's what you know somebody fine. You just start cursing. Say shit.
What's yours? What's your top 5 adult crushes?
My top 5 adult crushes? That's a good question. My top 5 adult crushes. Holy shit. I don't even think I have any. I mean, well, let me not say I don't have any, but 5? I think Mariah the Scientist is. I like Mariah the Scientist.
Okay,
That's Young
that's a
Thug
good
girl,
one.
but I like Mariah the Scientist.
She a ride or die too.
Yeah, she was visiting my guy in jail. I like Jennifer Gardner.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Jennifer Gardner. She played in 13 going on 30. I like older. So like I always joke with Dana, like, man, if we ain't work out, I'm gonna go get me somebody 13 years older than me. So I'm trying to think of the older, like when you say Mariah Carey, like yeah. Oh man, I can't pronounce her last name. She was in the Pussycat Dolls, Nicole Schwarzinger.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I think again she would probably be in her 40s now. So
okay, yeah.
Mariah the Scientist is the only one I want on my list that ain't in their 40s.
Okay.
So then give me who was some of my crushes from Hillary, Fresh Prince. I don't know how Hillary look at 2025. It wouldn't matter. And then Francesca, the nanny. So you know what? Take Mariah the Scientist off. Let me think. Probably I'm trying to think of somebody that's like a singer that I liked when I was growing up. I really, really liked Ashanti a lot.
Ashanti,
but I don't know if Ashanti is lazy. All respect to Nelly too. Yeah. Who the hell? Yeah, I don't know. I got so many, bro.
It's tough to come up with a top 5.
You know who I really liked when I was young? I've always had moments. So like, I always like actresses because they could play so many different roles. You ever seen I Think I Hate My Wife? Or something?
I think so.
I think that's what it's called.
I think you're right. I Think I Hate My Wife.
Like,
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I just
Chris Rock, or was it? Yeah, I think it's Chris Rock or whatever. Kerry Washington is a 20 out of 20 in that fucking movie.
I'm dead. AI funny. It's understandable to feel conflicted and unhappy in marriage. If you're experiencing strong negative feelings towards your wife, it's important to acknowledge those feelings and then explore reasons. I was trying to. I'm guessing people probably searched that.
I was gonna wrap up there, but Christian is damned on me getting these. I guess these are some funny tweets from you that they went and found.
That's funny. I'm actually excited to hear these.
They cool. I think you have a lot funnier ones. I'll say. A lot of these tweets are the ones apparently you can't sleep. It's a lot of tweets of you saying you can't sleep. Kevin Durant, this is the one I do like. Kevin Durant said, "None of them can guard me." How about that?
Mm-hmm.
And you said, "Me to all my co-hosts." Any explanation on that?
I think in my mind, I still feel like I'm 18. I just feel like at that point I was unguardable.
Say that again?
I feel like when I was 18, I was unguardable.
But you're now closer to 30.
Yeah. I still got that confidence of an 18-year-old though.
What's the reality? I love the confidence, but what's the reality?
I think y'all can guard me now because I'm not going to do much.
So you saying we couldn't guard you then?
Yeah, because I was more willing to.
Oh, you talking about KB and them, right?
I'm talking about you too.
We got footage of us playing back in the day.
Those one-on-ones was pretty intense.
But you was being guarded though. I got some possessions where KB got stops on you.
KB's sneaky though. He can jump. You just don't expect him to be able to.
You have another tweet from 2022. LeBron hasn't posted himself listening to Drake album yet. That's got to be a sign.
What album was this?
I have no idea. 2022, I have no idea.
Because he wasn't even beefing with Kendrick.
No.
Oh no, you know what this is about?
What is this
This
about?
is about that one album where he said he was just having fun. It was the one with all the like the one with like
You got to be on a boat to like this.
yeah, it was I never really listened to that album because it was like it wasn't for me. I think it also had a lot of Spanish music on there.
He was having fun.
It was I'm looking at it was honestly
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I didn't care for Honestly Nevermind. That was what that tweet was about.
Chewy is one of the most efficient brands. Crazy how times have changed. You quoted it and said,
yeah, because Chewy.
I know what Chewy, that's like for your pets.
Yeah. You use it?
No.
Oh. But yeah, they used to get you stuff like then the next day.
So now they take a couple days.
Now it take like 4 or 5 days to get shit.
Do you what do you get for your cat from there?
Oh, I think I just ordered a cat house and it just took forever to get here. That was really it. I don't order pet food off there. I go to the pet store.
Same. That's why I'm like, yeah, I haven't used it. This is an iconic tweet that I really want you to explain. When I get home, I'm playing with the thing so much. It looks so fun.
That's Marvel Rivals. I was gonna play with the thing. I never did it though. I never really got a chance to play with the thing.
Why?
Wasn't my role. KB was playing tank, so I just never played tank. KB was playing with us heavy at that time, so he was the tank and I was filling in everywhere else.
What the hell do you be doing that doesn't allow you to sleep?
Nothing. I think some nights I just get restless and like I don't know, my mind just be restless. It can't relax. And it'd be hard for me to relax. Sometimes I just gotta even like sometimes just putting on something and just like letting it put me to sleep, but sometimes that don't work.
We're gonna find some ways to get you to sleep, man. We're gonna put on some Jay Holiday and get you to go to bed. DMeals, I appreciate you so much, brother. This is a long one, another long episode. People are gonna love this. We gotta have you back. This is a smooth conversation. I feel like we could go on. You still got me thinking about crushes. You know, popped in my head.
What?
You ever watch Girlfriends?
I did, but you talking about
I always like Tracy Ellis Ross. I think all of the girlfriends are fine, but I always like
Tracy Ellis. She still got it.
Come on.
She still got it.
Come on. Come on. You ever watch Bernie Mac?
Yeah.
Wanda
still got it? Wanda still got it?
Wanda Mac.
I have not been I didn't know Wanda still had it.
Wanda Mac.
Hey man.
George Lopez's wife.
Stop. Hey, she had it. She had it when we was younger, man. She had it when we was younger.
Come on.
She had it.
I'm telling you. But no, I appreciate you coming on here, joining me. We got to talk about a lot of good stuff. Maybe during the NBA season, we'll bring you back and let people hear you talk about basketball. But I kind of like being able to kind of decompress and just talk about everything. We got to reminisce a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, people got to hear you speak, man. I think they gonna like this. I think people enjoy hearing from you outside of basketball and just kind of us goofing off on the podcast. So I appreciate you. Let the people know everything that you got going on so they can come and find you outside of the podcast even more when you get everything back resumed after this move you've had. I feel like in the next week or so you'll be back in action.
Come check us out at Tag Team Talk on YouTube and on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. DMeals on Instagram, DMeals.
Boom.
Get some nice short content for food.
Just uploaded yesterday. I saw you went to Joe's after we left.
Yeah.
Joe's a nice little spot, man. Would you get Italian beef?
Yeah. You've been there?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Oh, I ain't know you've been to La Joe's.
Come on, man.
Hey, I did not know you was tapped in like that.
Come on, man. I used to have years ago. I used to have a little ting over there.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. Just back in the day when we used to go to school to get all together and different things. So
La Joe's a hit, man.
Yeah, man.
I like the little short form content. Definitely about to get that popping though.
So check my boy out. Show some love to his content. Hit him up on social media. DMeals. There's only one DMeals. So if you're looking for him, hit DMeals on any outlet. You'll find him. We signing off. Another incredible episode. Peace.
Peace, baby.